Hey, I'm Thomas.
And I'm Ryan, and this is the election segment.
Boom, man. Hey, caught you off guard a little bit.
I was staring at my phone trying to get these interviews ready to roll,
That's right, man.
or questions, or whatever you want to call them. They're not really interviews,
Kind
but
of interviews.
we're the type of people. We're not political people here. We're about the people, though. And these interviews were fun because it's just natural, raw reaction. That's what we want.
Yep.
I don't care. I don't know.
All acceptable answers.
Yeah,
Everything's good.
if that's how you feel, you let us know right here on the air, and we're cool with that because I might have the same kind of reaction.
That's right.
If you ask me the question, so you ask me the question that we're posing for most of the people. Well, the basic question that we have posed.
How do you feel about the election's results, and how do you think that's going to affect America moving forward?
Yes, so that's what we're gonna ask, and I would say to that question,
Plain.
I'm stunned. Very stunned. Don't really know why I'm stunned. I don't know why I let it happen to myself, but I'm stunned. And I'm also don't really think too much is going to change, in my personal opinion. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though, because president, you would think you'd want to see good change. I just think we're going to have a little bit of a feeling out process with him for over his 4 years.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. I just don't really. I feel bad for people. Like, I can tell there's a lot of people that are really invested in this kind of stuff, and, like, it really bothered them one way or the other, so I kind of feel for those type of people.
Yeah, it definitely, it mostly stinks to just see the nation so divided, you know? I was seeing a statistic today that 49% of Republicans are afraid of Democrats, and 51% of Democrats are, I don't know where these came from, but, are afraid, like, you know, so everybody's afraid of each other, and it shouldn't be that way. It really feels like a war zone right now.
Yeah, we've never been more divided, but a thing like this can either unify us,
Right.
or be the stake that drives it even further apart. And I hope that I hope we unify, because that's what we've always seemed to do. You know, after America gets kind of shooken up a little bit, we've always seemed to unify and kind of come back and get that old, you know, you're my brother, you're my sister kind of mentality. And I hope that's what happens.
I hope
really
we come
do,
back to
because that's
that.
when America's at its best, and it feels good.
Yep.
You just go to the store and feel good about everything. So with these, let's just remember everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yep.
Remember, that's what this is. It's an opinion, and don't take anything to heart, people. If you hear someone here you don't like, there's no need to personally attack anybody. Like I said, I'm more about the positive social media movement.
That's right. And we said from the very first episode, we wanted to be an outlet for you all. You know what I mean? We want to be that central ground where you guys can get your voices heard. So we're going to go ahead and give a call to one of our buddies, Mark Clark. He's going to be the first person we give a call to. So let's go ahead and ring him up and see what we got going on. What do you think Mark's going to say, bro?
I have no idea, and I'm pretty excited. With all these people, I have no idea. Well, actually, if we get Sammy D on the line, I think I know what he's going to say. But everybody else, I'm surprised.
That's pretty good, man. Ringing him up.
This is Mark speaking.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? This is Thomas from the 540 Show.
Thomas, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, man. How are you doing?
Oh, living the dream one day at a time, I think.
One day at a time. That's good. You had a productive week this week?
Yes, it's actually been a very productive week this week. Very busy, in and out of meetings. Jordan's keeping me busy, so I can't complain.
Well, that's awesome to hear, Mark. Well, I assume you saw the election last evening. Was it a long night for you?
It was a long night. I gave up at midnight and finally went to bed.
Just thought you'd wake up in the morning and just figure it all out.
Yes, it was funny actually. Jen, when I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, Jen was nice enough to point out that Trump had won the election.
That's awesome, man. Well, how does that make you feel, Mark? You support Trump? You're behind him and his policies?
I am behind Trump in a lot of policies. One, especially myself being a small business owner and seeing his initiatives that he's putting forth to help small businesses grow. Was definitely a selling point for myself as far as with tax cuts and enabling us to provide better ways to fund ourselves to actually expand our business. So it's a pretty exciting year that we're looking forward to.
That's awesome. I saw a statistic today that there are 28 million small businesses that represent 54% of all the United States sales and actually provide 55% of all jobs since the 1970s. And I really, personally, I appreciate, the tax breaks that he's trying to do to keep more of our profits in our pockets, wouldn't you say?
Well, 100%. And the other thing that I've had an opportunity to speak with some friends regarding this is ensuring that you're instead of taking your profits, you're reinjecting a good percentage of your profits back into your business to help
Absolutely.
it grow and succeed. I mean, ultimately, it's a great way to really drive the economy.
Right, right. Get all the entrepreneurs and the small businesses bumping and booming. Well, Mark, I definitely appreciate your time today.
It's a pleasure. I'm happy to hear from you. I love your show, and looking forward to seeing many more shows from you.
Thanks, Mark. Hey, you have a good rest of the evening now.
You do the same. Take care.
All right, bye-bye now. All right, that was
All
Mark.
right, that was really well. Good job for Mark there. He listens to the show a lot. I know that. So
Yeah, Mark's a great guy.
Yeah.
I had the amazing opportunity to meet him probably about 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
So he's an awesome dude, man. He's helped me out
that
in
went
a
really
lot of
well.
different ways.
That went really well.
Absolutely, man. So
That was Mark couldn't have been a better lead-off batter for this whole experience because
I knew it. I knew it.
That was a great. We just teed it up.
That's right. So, and what he was talking about with Trump really is a guy who seems like he's trying to drive, us entrepreneurs and small business owners. We don't have to pay as many taxes as you all know. I don't think Trump's big on paying taxes, period. But he's trying to keep more of our money in our pockets. So,
And like you said, a small business person, what more do you want? And I
Yeah,
like what he said
yeah.
about he would like that to drive the economy because those are the hardworking people that get it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool to see they can thrive and they can build, and they always seem about for the betterment of business, and that's I like to see that. And so that if he does do that, that would be a plus for him.
absolutely, man.
But let's get a lady's opinion. What do you think?
That sounds great to me, man.
And we're gonna dial up Erin
Let's see.
and see what
Don't
her
wanna say
opinion
that
is
out loud.
on the presidency. This is all really crazy because it felt like I was almost watching like a football game last night where I didn't know who was going to win. Felt like I was watching the Super Bowl or something.
The Super Bowl. Now that's a heck of a. I didn't see a
Because-
halftime show.
Because when I flipped it on, I really thought Hillary was going to win. Had thought for a long time Hillary was going to win and win easily. So when it flips the script and you see Trump's winning in all these states and they're projecting he's going to win in this state and that state, you start thinking like, wow, like you didn't even expect it. So your whole thought process changes. And when you woke up this morning, you were pretty shocked, weren't you?
I absolutely was. Hey, give me that number one more time, because I don't want to read it out loud, but the screen bots or something.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I can get you the number.
Uh-huh.
No problem.
Thank you, brother.
But like this will definitely be a good opinion because we'll have a female opinion, and no idea which way she's going to go on this one, but I feel like she'll have something good to say. And then obviously we got a couple more people later, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of differing opinions, which is good.
Yeah, I haven't heard from a lady yet, so this actually will be pretty interesting to hear.
Hello.
Aaron, how's it going? You're on the 540 show.
Oh, hey.
Did you by chance watch the election last night or see who won?
I stayed up for as long as I could, but I just had to wake up to it.
Awesome. So we have one quick question for you, or actually it's two quick questions, and answer them with as long or short, whatever you feel. So the question would be, how do you feel about who won, and what do you think about the country going forward?
I mean, personally, I'm not really into politics, so it was more just kind of entertainment for me to watch throughout the whole election. But honestly, I feel like people were kind of shocked by it. But, I mean, moving forward, I feel like we all just need to kind of unite as people, no matter who's the president, because they're in there now and you've got them for the next 4 years. So I think unity is probably what we need to move towards.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's a good outlook. Well, thank you for taking the time to get on the show with us today, and you have a good evening.
Thanks, you too.
All right, so we had ourselves a lady's
All right, so we
perspective.
had a not political, and she just wants the country to do well. The kind of opinion
Unite.
there. Yeah, unite. So that's
That's the best answer you could give.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what we need, because with the nation divided right now, like it is, we do, like you said, we need to come back to my brother, my sister. We got to get back to that point to where we're just we're together.
yeah.
We're in it together at the end of the day, no matter what. You know what I mean?
Which you can only hope. That's what that would be great. I just remember when America had the sense of, we're so prideful, and everybody was so prideful in what they did, and it was just kind of, I felt like that's really fallen off, and I want to see that get back to where it was, because that's when that's really when it feels the best to live in this great country.
Yeah, yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it is. It's a great country. It might have its ups and downs, but it is a great country.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I wrote down a few things here about my personal thoughts on the election, man. And one of the things that I'm thinking is that Donald Trump has opened the floodgates. Maybe not floodgates, but he has opened the door to anyone can be the president, and not anyone, who's dumb or whatever,
Yeah.
But if you have enough money, enough resources, and you have enough good ideas to convince the people that you are the best representation for you all, then that makes you qualified to be the president. Like
Exactly.
I feel qualified. I mean, I feel comfortable being able to tell my kids, you work hard and you could be the president one day. You know what I mean? Like no political background, so to speak.
I don't think I'd ever want that for my kid.
I don't think so either. But if
But
they were
that's what
smart
they
enough
want.
and they were driven enough, then I'm not going to
I mean,
stop
if that's
them.
what they want, go for it. But
Absolutely.
that job just seems very stressful to me.
Yeah. But it's cool though. I mean, Obama's probably got. I was reading this thing where they've got some elevator he can get in, and it'll shoot him far down, and to the core, not the core, like deep in the crust of the earth. And he's got another one that I guess shoot him in the air. It's like a little elevator. It's like you shoot him in the air and it hovers around the air but keeps him safe. I was reading about just things that the White House have, like technology that they have don't necessarily like to brag about to the general public.
Yeah, that's I've always wondered that stuff with secret security and all of that stuff. I've always been fascinated in how they keep him safe and who's got eyes on him and what movement is really his movements or what movements are all that stuff. I feel like there's so much that goes into it. And Obama, he gave a really good speech today. Did you catch any of that?
I did see his speech. It was very good. I think it's funny because Hillary and Obama both had little parts in their speech where they made hints of, this he might not go 4 years. Obama said, this is considered by some people moving forward, other people moving backwards. But like Hillary said, Donald Trump deserves the chance to lead.
Prove himself, yeah. And
Like he's in this position now. He's won the election fair and square, no cheating, no rigged stuff. Hillary Clinton's team, they actually sent out a book called Madam President, kind of just assuming she was going to win. Some people are saying that was a little pompous on her part, but
well, there's a lot of pompous things going on out of that side as far as winning goes. I mean, anywhere you looked, anywhere you turned, people are writing about him losing and how he's going to handle that and how they're going to handle winning. And it caught everybody off guard. What I can say to that is it just shows you how much the people that know most about this country, in quotations, were so far off, which shows you how divided this country really is.
Yeah, and that's just too bad, man. It's too bad. But who do you got? You want to give a call to somebody else now?
I was thinking, don't you have interviews recorded, right?
I sure do. I actually wanted to get into that. So this is Wesley Hamill. I talked to him earlier today, and let's see what Wesley had to say.
Hey, what's up, Wes? It's Thomas from the 540 Show. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, big dog?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. What you up to today?
Nothing at work, man, over here at the hospital.
Okay, grinding it out. I see you, man. Hey, I had a question for you, man. You saw who won the election yesterday, right?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yep. How's it make you feel, man? We got Donald Trump as our president. How you feel, bro?
Well, I mean, honestly, a lot of the thing was, what my dad would tell me is pick the lesser of the two evils. And, Hillary had some things I didn't like about her. And, Trump has, the thing about Trump is that what people like about him, he's raw and he tells it like it is. But at the same time, people try to say that he might be disrespectful towards women or, what I'm saying? Some others might say he might take away people's food stamps and other rights like that. But, and then you got to look on the other side, like Hillary. She was, I'm a firm believer in, the Second Amendment or whatever amendment it is, the right to bear arms.
Mm-hmm.
But, I hear when she was against guns and stuff like that. And I also read an article about 36-week abortion. Did you hear about that?
Yep, I actually did the 36-week abortion, how you can't, I guess, abort after that.
Right, and then to me, that's just sickening, I'm saying? Like, if it's that bad to where you need to get an abortion, then the woman should be aborting herself. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. People may get offended, but that's just how I feel. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. I respect how you feel, man. But, hey, I definitely thank you for your time, man. I'm going to let you get back to work. I appreciate your opinion, bro.
Yeah, bro. Y'all keep up, man.
All right, man. Have a good one now.
Yeah, that was Wesley Hamble. What'd you think about that, bro?
I think he was well. I like when people get on here and like they express how they feel about it. So I think he did a good job, and it was cool to see y'all talk in your way of talking, in your lingo. So that was cool just to see you two have that conversation, because that was pre-recorded. So that was it was cool to see how you guys got through that conversation. I really enjoyed listening to that because I hadn't heard it yet.
Yep, and he's a very smart guy, man, and I tell you what, he's got a lot of really good ideas. And someone else who has a lot of really good ideas, I really like to try to get all the different angles, man. I didn't want to just get Hillary supporters. I didn't want to just get people in the middle. I wanted people who supported Trump from day one, you know, and we got a guy. His name's Drew Humphreys, and I'm going to let you listen to an interview that we had with him.
Hello?
Mr. Drew Humphreys, how you doing, sir? It's Thomas.
Hey, how's it going, Thomas?
What's up, brother? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good.
That's awesome, man.
We won the presidency, so.
That's right, man. So how got President Donald Trump in, man? How does that make you feel?
Oh man, I'm feeling. I guess the word would be optimistic.
Feeling optimistic. You feel like an American?
I mean, I feel like American every day, but a little bit more so today.
That's good, man. But tell me a little bit why you support Trump and why you voted for him.
Well, I mean, I think it really started. I mean, as soon as I heard that he was even going to run, I watched a documentary about him maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I saw this old interview of him in like the '80s saying, "When the time is right, I'll run for president of the United States." And then he finally did, and I felt, an outsider, never been in politics, never been in the military, anything like that. So for a civilian to come in and see the way that the country's going and the way that the country should be going, and for an outsider to come in and actually make it to the top echelon of politics, I really like the idea of it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I actually just finished up a conversation with a buddy of mine saying that I feel like this is the first American to be president, because he, all the other presidents, they were senators, governors, and all kinds of other things. And this guy is just, somebody who decided he wants to run a business, got himself a loan, made that business one of the most successful in the world, and then decided, I'm ready to be the president. And he went after and did it, just like you said. And I mean, he's very upfront about what he believes, and I think most Americans are very upfront with what they believe. I mean, let's be honest. Behind closed doors, a lot of people, will have a lot of honest conversation. Everyday conversation doesn't sound like President Barack Obama at the podium. You know what I mean? And I really think Trump delivers that part of how Americans feel pretty well.
Well, I mean, all credit to Obama. He came in, he did what he could, but I mean, yeah, the way that he was faced, what he came into is pretty incredible of what he even achieved. But I mean, if you think about it, not much a change actually happened. I mean, yeah, the economy boosted maybe 1-2%, but to see any kind of real change in the economy, you need to come up to maybe 3-4%.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like I said, and like Hillary said, we need to actually give him the chance, the opportunity to lead.
Absolutely.
And she said that in her concession speech, and so I think a lot of people, it's hell of a divided country right now. But I want to stress to America is to give him a chance. And you have no idea what he'll bring to the table. I mean, his views are somewhat construed. There's definitely a difference, not just in Trump, but in every political candidate, that there's a candidate and then there's an office.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he could promise all these things just like any other candidate, but you really have to take the chance to see what he's going to do in office.
Right. I mean, that's very important. It's a constitutional assurance that it's as easy transfer of power, and like you said, give him the opportunity. He's deserved it. He's the president now. He's president-elect. He deserves the opportunity to lead.
Yeah, I can't agree more, man. I'm just hopeful for the future, and I mean, hopefully this all dies down. I'm praying that he, does what he says he's going to do, make America great again. And these days, we definitely need something like that,
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, Drew, man, thank you very much for your time, man. I definitely appreciate talking to you.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Thomas. Talk to you soon.
All right, brother. Bye.
That was Drew Humphreys.
All right, so that was some good interviews right there, and I think we have one more phone in, and we're gonna see if we can get Sean online. Do you want to dial him up?
Yeah, man, I'll dial him
We'll
up.
just see it. We'll just call Sean and see if he'll answer the phone.
I really like that interview, man, because Drew's a real smart dude, and
Yeah, he had a good outlook on it.
yeah, very good outlook. I mean, he was, Obama, he said didn't accomplish too much. He said, and he said he wants Donald Trump to do like he said and make America great again. He's got the opportunity, so we're gonna let him try. We got Shanzi ringing up right now.
You have him in your phone as Sean Zipu?
It's just on the computer. On my phone, it's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
What am I in there as?
Ride guy.
Oh, I like it.
Ride guy 65. Were you ever 65, or did I just start saying 65?
I'm 56.
So there's okay. So I turned the numbers
Yeah,
around. All right, that
you're
makes
just
sense.
backwards.
Makes sense.
You're just backwards.
Yeah. I don't know if Sean's accepting phone calls at the moment. It's
Well, that's tough because I was trying to get him on the show.
yeah.
I was gonna burn him about the Titans too.
Yeah, just botching it up.
But yeah, let's wrap this. Let's wrap the election segment up because I think that is probably one of the most boring topics of all time, and there's no faster way than to lose people. But I feel like that's something we had to touch on, and we wanted to get other people's opinions. I mean, I could sit up here and talk all day about how I feel, but who really cares about that? I'm here to get people's opinions out there. I'm happy with what happened overall. Nobody got killed last night, as far as I know, because of the election. I was really worried about that.
There was a shooting in Los Angeles.
I did see that.
There was a shooting that stopped the polls in Los Angeles.
The sun came up, like Obama said.
Yep.
The world's gonna go forward, and
Yep.
We can either do one thing: we can unify and roll with it, or we can just keep fighting against each other. And I hope we take the first thing I said, because that would be
unify.
the better route.
I just have one more interview from Darius Goodhope. You remember Darius Goodhope from back at school?
Is this a surprise interview?
Surprise interview.
I remember Darius.
I'll tell you what. Let's take a little break, and we're gonna open up next segment with the little interview. You want to finish it up here?
I want to hear the Darius interview right now.
Yeah. Right meow.
Let's put the Darius interview on here. Let me hear what he's got to say.
Let's go. Darius Goodhope right here. Darius Goodhope, how you doing, man? It's Thomas.
Oh, the quarterback, my main man, my brother. How you doing? You living loving?
I'm living loving, brother, man. How you doing, man? It's been too long since I talked to you.
I know, dog. It's been a while, dog. I love you, man. Shit, dog. It's been a minute. Oh,
Hell.
man, are we on the air?
Yeah, man. We on the airwaves. We on the airwaves. You can cuss a little bit, but just nothing too crazy,
All right, you know what I'm saying? I can be saying the F word, the C word, and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, man. Well, I try to edit it out a little bit if I can, but it'd be best to just leave it alone. But I know you saw the election yesterday, man.
Oh, man, and this election is wild, bro. I mean, it's the first time we ever had to choose between the lesser of two evils. I feel like I'm voting for either Lex Luthor or the lady who ran Star Labs in DC Comics. Like, neither one of them are any better than the other.
Yeah.
But,
I think everybody's saying that. Everybody says that it's the lesser of the two evils.
yeah, because you got to look at it, man. I personally remember this. I remember when Hillary ran against Bush on his second term, and she was running for the Democratic nominee. She lost there.
Mm-hmm.
She went against Obama, gave Obama an amazing race, lost again. Ran against Obama again in his second term and was on his cabinet, lost for a third time. So basically what I'm saying to the Democratic Party is, why the hell did you even choose a loser in the first place to be your primary?
Bro,
Then it's just like all the folks have been saying, like, Everybody just wanted to go with Uncle Bernie. I feel like everybody that was on the Democratic side of things or on the third-party side of things, or that's the anti-Trump people, those are the people with common sense. These are the same people that are like, look, we are tired of all the BS about little stuff. We need to go ahead and end all these little stupid laws that we got that don't really mean nothing. Like, we're still crying over marijuana. We've already figured out marijuana has plenty of health benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And benefits us even in an economical standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want to see that. Only thing that we see is, hey, we're used to what we know. Nah, and that's what it seems like everybody who voted for Trump was for. He says, I'm a 1950s man. You're right. You're racist as hell. You're white as a motherfucker. And then you got a chance, they just come out of nowhere. You are a 1950s man. I would expect for you to be a 1950s man. You look like you beat your wife at home whenever she says something wrong. That's why you got one that didn't speak English.
Oh, man, going in on him. Darius, that was some very insightful stuff, man. And let me tell you, that sounded good, man. I really appreciate, what you're saying. I really, to be honest, I can't decide if I'm left, right, or up or down. But man, that sounded good. That was a heck of an argument. But I thank you for your time, man. Hey, it's been too long since I've talked to you, and we need to link up soon, brother, man. Hey, get in the studio with us sometime. Come see us.
Oh, yeah, man, just send me your address, baby. You already know I'm there. I'm down to show my love and support for you, man. We are Pilots, Panthers on. We're going to be that way down to the day that we die, man.
Always, man, always.
One love and shout out to all my Pilots family. R.I.P. Stephen Durton, man. You are always in our hearts. R.I.P. G. Jones, man. You are always in my heart.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you again, Thomas, man, for having me, man. God bless you, man. You have a nice day, brother.
That was Darius Goodhope.
Wow, I felt the energy. The show is back on the show is back on the tracks, people. Darius Goodhope just put the country on his back and put the show 540 show right back where it needed to be.
That's right.
We were slowing down a little bit, and then bam, the Darius Goodhope interview comes through when I needed it most.
That's right. Shout out Darius, man.
That was good. That was good conversation.
It was good stuff.
Yeah, he called him Uncle Bernie. That was
Uncle
probably my
Bernie.
favorite part of. There was a lot of favorite parts of that interview.
Yeah.
That might go down in show history one
He
day.
said, "You were 1950s man.
You look like a 1950s man." Yeah, that was good. That was a good way to end this segment. And I think that's how we're going to end this election talk. We're going to come back in a minute with some local flavor, a little bit of sports. What the staple of the 540 show. We'll get back into that good stuff.
Bring it on back.
We'll be right back.